Fort Bend Voter News. I'm Cameron Hill. I'm with and part of the Fort Bend Election News editorial board. Thank you for being with us on today.
Oh, thank you.
Please introduce yourself and tell us why you're running.
Yes, sir. I want to first thank you all for having me here and giving me an opportunity to discuss who I am and my campaign. My name is Husein Hadi, and I'm a candidate for Justice of the Peace of Precinct 3 here in Fort Bend County. I was born in Alief and grew up here in the Southwest Sugarland community. My wife grew up here also as a graduate of Hightower, and all three of my boys were born in Sugarland. I grew up, I don't want to say like many of us, but I was a little troubled and found myself in JP courts and other courts also, and I believe that created the experience that led me to become a lawyer. Now board certified, I've helped over 4,000 families and I've tried over 50 cases to verdict. I know I can bring transparency, efficiency, and a change to our JP court systems.
That sounds good. Alexandra?
Yes, Mr. Hadi, what is the biggest changes you think we need to make in our justice system?
You know, there's a lot of changes that need to be made. One of the most important is what I briefly touched up on is ensuring that our youth grow with confidence and motivation and not with the fear that they're going to be pushed through the school to jail pipeline system. A lot of individuals feel just sanctioning someone and arresting them for a small marijuana charge or even hitting them with a warrant because of truancy is going to teach the young not to do wrong, and it's the complete opposite. You have to encourage them, educate them, motivate them. Our judges should go out into the community, which I've done a lot, and explain to them how they can do better and maybe talk to them about experiences such as my own experience getting locked up and how they tried to make sure I was that individual that would have been stuck in the school to pipeline system straight to jail, and I fought through that. And I graduated from law school, Thurgood Marshall School of Law, and I say board certified because I gave 12 years of life fighting for our community and for individuals who live here who were faced with tragic incidents such as injuries, loss of limbs, discrimination, or even death of loved ones.
Sounds good.
Yes, can you explain your judicial philosophy in plain English?
Oh yeah, people's court, right? Especially the Justice of the Peace Court. It's the court that touches the streets our kids play in, the streets we go to work in, the streets we go out to the dinner, movie theaters and go to dinner with our family in. So it has to be a court that's open and relatable by our community. It should not be a court that forces someone to have to go and hire a lawyer for small incidents and scare kids to come in there. It should be open and positive, and people should be able to come to the court just to get information or get pamphlets and understand how they can not get stuck in that court system. Definitely, I don't think any candidate said this, but I'm sure they will after this, is we're going to have live hearings hopefully when I become judge, just like the Supreme Court of Texas has live hearings. And they publish it on YouTube, just like y'all are, and I'm going to need your help on that team, hopefully when we win. But that way, families can watch if they're at home. Families who might fear they might be in a situation such as landlord-tenant issues or issues dealing with vehicle repossession cases or bad debt cases can see what the process is like and be better prepared to fight and defend themselves and pretty much litigate their own rights without hiring a lawyer and spending thousands of dollars.
In closing, please look into the camera and talk to your voters and say why you.
You know, I said it before, I'll say it again, I devoted my life, over 4,000 families served. If you look me up online, you'll find everything from who my parents are, who my kids are. My whole life is very open. I have billboards in the community because I believe your lawyer should have his face out there and you should see who that person is that you're going to go and put your trust into. And a lot of candidates, a lot of judges, a lot of lawyers won't do that. But how can you get someone to trust you if you don't put your face out there and you don't open and introduce yourself? I'm the most qualified candidate. I've tried over 50 plus cases in JP, county, state, and federal courts. And I grew up in this community. I spent my whole life here when 59 was just two streets. In 90 by the sugar mill factory was asphalt. That's all it was. There was nothing but cornfields all the way down to Missouri City. My family grew up in Missouri City. So Alief to Missouri City, now might be 15 minutes. Back then it was like 45 minutes with no Bluetooth. So I hope to bring my experience and hopefully laughter and positivity to our courtrooms.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you for your help, your time in the interview. So HadiForJudge.com, please, if you need any information, feel free to look us up.